Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. Today's video will showcase a Pokemon that I myself don't have. It's Shiinotic. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. Shiinotic is a fairy grass Pokemon that has access to the fast move, the OP fast move Astonish with great coverage. It has Seed Bomb and Moonblast. It's one of the greatest Pokemons when it comes to themed cups. What's the unique thing about this Pokemon? It's just a spammy fairy Pokemon. If you want a fairy Pokemon that's spammy, Shiinotic is what you want because it has Astonish, Seed Bomb, which is arguably a cheap move. It's not the greatest grass fast move, but it's a cheap move, especially for an Astonish user. The team here has a Shadow Marowak, which is one of the most underrated Pokemons in the Color Cup. Arguably, this Pokemon has some of the best coverage in the entire cup, and Dugong in the back as, like, you know, why not having a bulky Pokemon that can dish out so much neutral damage or debuffing damage. These battles were submitted to the channel by ayoitzbueno. He's a Twitch streamer that streams around like midnight Central Time. So if you are like West Coast or like live in Asia where you want someone to watch at friendly time zone, I think he is the one of the best options for you. I will be leaving his stream in the description below, so feel free to go and give him a follow. More importantly, tell them that you came from the YouTube channel, just so they can know where it came from. So yeah, let's just go and watch these battles. I do believe that we have two sets, and he had some insane run with it. I think around 32 and 18. We're talking about an average of 2 wins in 3 battles, which is like above like 60% win rate, around like 70% win rate, I think. That means it's a solid team, and now we are just going straight Shadow Bone. The opponent shield, why don't we shield, right? But to be fair, like, Bone Club is also super effective, but the thing is, Bone Club doesn't care. We see that the opponent also going for the Bone Club, so we don't need to shield it, so we can just go straight for the Shadow Bone, and that's the reason you go for the Shadow Bone, because Bone Club doesn't care. Opponent coat on Gastrodon, and you can see that move did so much damage. So Shiinotic is a fairy grass Pokemon. Do we need to shield this? I mean, it's resisted, right? The Earth Power is resisted. It's not going to do that much damage, and that's actually a crazy a solid farm down. We get to the Moonblast. We can just go straight Moonblast because number one, they can't throw any charge move anytime soon. And if we land the nuke, we can just go straight bait at that point. And now we just don't need Shiinotic, and we can actually aggressively swap in case we live this. We don't live this. That was a Rock Slide, which is neutral. And now it's Dugong into Marowak. So how do we play this? Well, technically, we don't need to shield one of the moves. And all we need to do is just to land the Drill Run. We can land this, and now it's a race to the next charge move. I do believe that both get it at the same time, and opponent needed to call a bait. But hey, you can't call a bait if we're not baiting. Next game, Marowak into Credeli. You could say that this is a neutral matchup, but to be fair, if I have to choose, I would rather be the Marowak here because I am doing a neutral fast move damage and neutral damage instead of just doing resisted fast move damage and super effective charge move damage. We see that Bueno went for the catch, and that was actually such a great catch. This is where like as Shiinotic struggles, which is against the Poisoners, because Poison Jab is double super effective, which is kind of tough. We went to Dugong after. I think we could have just went to Awak as well, but this is where like Dugong shine, right? There is no bad matchup for Dugong. So what are we going to do? Well, do we need to shield this? We might call the bait, but that wasn't the bait, so now we actually have to farm them all the way down because that's our only play. We need to farm this and pray that they have some sort of a grass Pokemon in the back that is other than Cradily, you know. They went for the Rock Slide. They do still have a shield, so we're going for the Shadow Bone. I think we can do one more, not like we have the option. Okay, opponent tried to catch due to a call a bait, but again, if we don't bait, you can't call a bait. And sometimes going for the nuke is actually the correct play. They have a Ferrothorn in the back, and Shadow Marowak is about to feast on this team. So these battles were supposed to be a showcase of Shiinotic, and I think it's Marowak, because Marowak is doing all the job. Like, look at this. They swapped into Talonflame. We could literally insta throw the Shadow Bone, and it will be insane timing. And we landed the move, so there is no reason to swap, but we can go for a catch, because why not? Why not keeping, you know, like the Marowak so healthy, and we can just farm them all the way down. We don't need to shield. We live this unless this is a Brave Bird. We don't live that. What's the play? going back to Marowak. And they have a Swampert. So Swampert is basically like another form of Quag. Some people play Quag because it's bulkier, but some people prefer the Swampert for the Earthquake. And you know, this cup there is a poisoner that people hate, which is the Toxapex. So that's when you need the nuking charge move. So we're going to bait here. This is kind of a greedy bait, but we have to bait. Like, we don't have an option, and we're going for the catch, and we do get the catch. So this is a solid play. Now opponent is still staying in. I think they are trying to overfarm to a move, and now we're just going to go for the Moon Blast. If this Moon Blast KOs, we're cooking. If it doesn't KO, we are in a tough situation. They have to throw a charge move, as you can see, and this charge move will take us out. We have to farm them down. It's going to come to whoever. Oh, they are still short. I think they are short one fast move, and we get to the Shadow Bone, and Shadow Bone takes out the Swampert, and Kanto Marowak didn't see. Oh my god, dude, Marowak is just winning every freaking lead. So that was. So we did 3, which is 9. I think they came in late, like 2 turns. Shiinotic does wall everything about Ampharos. Like, what's the Ampharos gonna do, huh? Thunder Punch, Trailblaze, all of these moves are resisted. And this is where, like, it shines against the electric. And there are some sort of, like, a handful of electric Pokemons that do exist in this cup. And opponent here, you can see that they have a very fast move, which means Shiinotic will be able to sweep. And this is where Shiinotic is shining. Look at that. They had an electric and a grass. That's not a poison grass, right? Look at that. Shiinotic got a shield, chipped the Pokemon, chipped the Pokemon to literally like 10%. And they have a Quag. So we're in kind of a difficult situation right now because we just don't have we no longer have a Quag answer. So what do? We have to call a bait. We did call a bait. Hey, step number 1, call a bait. We did. That was such a risky call, but hey, if you get it, that's what matters, right? They cannot farm us down, as you can see, and now all we need to do is just fire spin everything down, and Marowak is good at spinning. Marowak, spin on them, okay? Show them that you don't fear the Mud Boys. They swap into Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff, and we farm them all the way down. We don't need to shield that. Bueno's flexing his Shiinotic. Moving into the next one, we have Marowak into Morpeko. This is actually a bad lead because, you know, we take too much damage from Aura Wheel. But if we shield the nuke, that's not as bad of a situation to be in. But the problem is they have a Greninja, and we just don't have a Greninja answer. So what are we supposed to do here? I have no idea. So we're about to watch Marowak trying to battle through some of the hardest Marowak counters. Point trying to call a bait there. That was such a... I mean, it's not a bad call, right? Because they have to. And here, the Feraligatr instantly threw, so we were able to force them. And now we're just going to go to Dugong. Now, here's the thing. If they have Crunch, we are in a difficult situation. And you see the Hydro Cannon, which means they just simply don't have it. They tried to swap and catch on Morpeko. If they no shield, we have a big chance to win. They did no shield. They thought that's an Icy Wind. And now we are so back into this game because we just need to land one charge move here. So we can just go now straight Icy Wind because why not, right? The scary part is that they haven't revealed the second move, and since they didn't crunch, it's an Ice Beam. So is an Ice Beam enough to take out the Shiinotic? I mean, they are debuffed, right? So now we need to KO within 3 Astonishes. Okay, that did not do enough damage. This is a Hydro. We should live the Hydro. We snuck in a fat Astonish. So if we live this, we win the game. And that was such a great win by Bueno. Gastron this in the lead. Oh my, this is an actual annoying matchup. So I played against Hisui Electrode. And the problem with Hisui Electrode is that they gave it a Swift recently, so we can no longer shield through this. Okay, as you can see, we shielded a Swift, and now what do? We have to shield the Wild Charge still. They did 2. Sorry, they did 4, right? No, I mean 5 is Wild Charge, so it could be Wild Charge. I do like this play actually because we kind of need the energy, but They have a Toxapex, so we don't win this game. Next game, we have Marowak into Charge Bus. I mean, Bus on Fire is super effective, so this Marowak will just spin on them and show them that he is the better Pokemon. They swapped into Toxapex. Toxapex into Marowak is so scuffed of a matchup. So we're gonna double bone here on them. And I think we can simply go to Dugong at the end, and that's what Bueno is doing. It's actually the best way to play that matchup, just to chip the Toxapex, and then go to your bulky Pokemon so you can soak all the energy. We're going straight for the Icy Wind. I do love this under charge. Opponent get a DRE. Oh my, dude, this is so annoying. That's not supposed to happen. They aren't supposed to get to that charge move. But because the game does not work, they get to that charge move. Dugong into Charge Bus supposed to be a comfortable matchup for the boss, but it's not, because we can just debuff them. Now, here's the thing. Because all of the energy is walled by Shiinotic, you go Shiinotic there. That was what the ideal play. So they brought in Superior. We're just gonna go to our Marowak, and Marowak should handle the Snake. The Snake shielded, and the way shield is, I mean, the thing is, we get to our charge move before them, and then we wall them with our with our Shiinotic. They were forced to throw because it's a CMP situation, but they don't win the game. So I don't know why they are shielding, because Xscissor here is a neutral, Discharge is resisted, and Shiinotic has some fair amount of bulk where like we should have enough stats to withstand the damage from Xscissor, and that was a good game. Next game, we have Marowak into Dugong. This matchup, actually, it's preferred to be the Marowak, because it's Shadow, and the Fire Spin does enough damage to put so much pressure on the Dugong. But the thing is Dugong. They don't need to shield, right? So the ideal play, since we shielded a Drill Run, we can just go to 4 and then catch on the Dugong. So these catches are just amazing for us. So they brought in Typhlosion, and what do we do now? There is so much energy, right? This is a very greedy bait, but I do like it, to be honest, because now this will force them to throw immediately, but they did not throw. I think I would have just done one there and then throw, but oh my dude, the opponent had just the slowest reaction ever, and Bueno took advantage of that by throwing all of his energy. And now they brought in the Tenta. Oh my, that was such a great play. Like, look at that. See, guys, he knew that the opponent's Swing Con is trying to catch a move, so he simply did not throw a charge move, and he just farmed and farmed and farmed until they went for the catch. And now we can just bone the Tentacruel, and we did not even reveal the third. Okay, we're about to reveal the third, let's be honest. Can we win this game? I don't know. Poison Jab is double super effective. Oh my, that was such a great play. Look at that. These catches are just insane. These catches are just insane, giving us the win. And I think, is this the last battle? Okay, no. I was like, that would be a great way to end the video, but I think we have more great plays, because hey, this Shadow Marowak is unstoppable. So bad lead with Gastrodon, so we have to go to our Dugong. Oh my, that was such a greedy play by the opponent. Like, if we no shield that, we just simply win the game. But hey, greedy bait is always good bait, right? We are double Icy Winding the opponent. I think they have Icy Wind because they still haven't thrown a charge move. Oh wait, what am I talking about? They have to Energy Ball, and now because they were so chipped, we can actually flip this, and that was such a great way to flip the game. And you can see that now we can just debuff the Gastrodon and put the Gastrodon on our grass Pokemon instead of having it on the fire that they have a Toxapex in the back. Or how do we play this? Well, we kind of need to bait. They have 2 shields, and we need to get those shields down. So what do we do here? I mean, we live up Brian. We don't have to shield it, and as you can see, the Poison Jab is resisted. We do have to shield now, though. But the question is, we need to be aware of the switch clock. So what are we gonna do? Well, they can switch anytime soon, as you can see. And that was a smart play by the opponent, switching at a random time. And now our play is literally to farm this thing down all the way. We cannot throw any charge move because we do need 2 Seed Bombs. Plus some Astonishes, I think. So we have to do 1, then throw. And now we pray that this is our biggest seed bomb in the world, and this seed bomb does take them out. So let's see, does it do it? It does do it. And Shiinotic is like taking the spotlight now from Kanto Marowak, which is picking up a good lead again. Kanto Marowak is just unstoppable. Sorry, our Shadow Marowak is just unstoppable. So we're going for the Shadow Bone. Does some respectable amount of damage. The good part about it is like almost oh my, they swapped in Gastro, so we can just go to the Shiinotic and wall the heck out of the Gastro. So how do we play this? We can tank a move and then do 3 and then throw a Seed Bomb. Because that's where we CMP on the Body Slam. And they did not shield, we took them out, and now Shiinotic is still going to throw another charge move on the Toxapex. As you can see, this Shiinotic is shredding the opponent Pokemons. We could have just thrown the Mud Bomb there, but I think Bueno is greedy here, and he wants to leave this matchup with decent amount of energy, which he does. And they have a Bullet, which means they can't farm down the Marowak. So we're not gonna call this. I think we just should have shielded the first, because we're gonna shield one of those charge moves. Well, it didn't matter at the end, because we're just going for the Icy Wind here, and now we can just Shadow Bone them. Point was trying to catch. That was such a cute play, and then Shadow Marowak again, and again, finishing every game. Winning the lead and finishing the game as always. What a great Pokemon. And that was the last play. So thank you so much everyone for watching. And thank you so much Bueno for sending us these amazing battles. Don't forget guys to go and give Bueno a follow on his live stream. And yeah, let them know where you came from. Let them know that you came from the YouTube channel of Yasser Lead. Thanks so much for watching. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.